Comparison is not the thief of your joy. It is the fact that you are comparing yourself to other people and then not doing anything about it. Hear that again. You are comparing yourself to other people and then you are doing nothing about it. And then sulking in the pain of and misery of regret and of, feeling lesser than and feeling inferior to those around you, rather than comparing yourself to someone, saying, okay, well, that guy is stronger than me and he can lift more weight, he's more physically adept, he's more capable of protecting and providing for his family, he's just overall happier because he looks better, he feels better. Rather than looking at him and just comparing myself and then doing nothing about it, instead, what if I looked at him and said, he has all of these things that I want as a result of putting in work on building his body and his physicality. So I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to work out, I'm going to run, I'm going to box, I'm going to outwork that man. I'm going to go to war with him and compete for my place in his division. And then I'm going to outperform him. I'm going to work harder than that motherfucker. And I will get what I deserve. I will get out what I'm willing to put in. Do not let society and cultural norms of today convince you that it is not all right to be competitive. That it is not all right to want to take on other people in similar endeavors in life and outperform them. Competition is healthy for men. In fact, I believe it to be a vital proponent of a man's life. In looking at others that are ahead of you, your peers, your friends, your family, etc., and feeling an innate sense that you should be outperforming them, that you should be at competition with them, and it helps you to grow. And some people kind of draw that line like with family, they don't want to be competitive with family. I'm not saying that you need to be competitive in a negative sense. Like, oh, I want to beat you and watch you suffer. Of course not. But I want to compete with you and drive you to compete with me. And at the end of the day, a rising tide raises all ships. I was always competitive with my younger brother. I wanted to beat him at sports. I wanted to be stronger than him. And in a lot of capacities, now that we've both grown older, we're both in our mid-20s, he's better than me in a lot of capacities. A lot of capacities. And the reality is, now I'm able to learn from him and compete with him in realms that he's better, and vice versa. He's able to compete with me in realms that I'm better and more adept at. And in turn, we both drive each other to become better in complementary areas of our lives, to get stronger, to eat healthier, to get better at building things with our hands, to get better at building businesses, better at finances, better at creating content, whatever it is. That healthy level of competition, that masculine edged competition is a good thing and should be embraced. I think that sayings like the one I stated prior, they just completely are missing the mark. They're completely missing the mark. To bring this one home, I really want to nail this into your heads. Comparison is not the thief of joy. In fact, there is so much joy that I find in comparing myself to others and competing for my spot or for the spot that I desire. The robbing of your joy is your inaction. It is your stagnance in the face of comparison. It's accepting defeat, more or less. Like, oh, these guys are better than me. They all got more money than me. They're all stronger than me. They're all X, Y, Z. They all have different things that I want and desire, but I'll never get them. I'll never get those things. You know, I might as well just stay in bed all day and be a bum. Like, that's really the mentality that these people are trying to promote, rather than stating that you should look to these people. You should be comparing yourself to your peers, to other people that have what it is that you want. And then you should be reverse engineering how they got it, and then trying to, along the way through execution, figure out ways that you can do it better, that you can do it faster. It's really that simple, guys. This is really a big point that I wanted to make, because I have heard that saying a lot of times throughout the course of my life. I'm a very competitive motherfucker. It's just part of who I am. And I'm very competitive even with my closest friends, with some of my male family members, like I said, my younger brother. But I have a very healthy relationship with it. You know, I look to them, I compare myself on how I'm measuring up as a man, and I strive to do better. And sometimes that drive comes from an internal place. You know, I have my own drive to outperform myself and to become a better man each and every day and improve upon the man that I see when I look in the mirror in the morning. And other times I look at how that man that I see looking in the mirror in the morning shapes up to the other men around me in my life. And how can I strive to outperform them? And in turn, maybe in one capacity I outperform them, and then I turn right around and I say, hey man, like, this is how I surpassed you. The sharing of that knowledge with the ones that we care about, with like-minded men that are a part of our tribe, is just as integral and just as important. Hey man, I surpassed you, or I achieved the goal that you did in half the time, or much more effectively and efficiently than you did. Here's how I did it. I'll meet you at the top. You know, another saying that kind of just came to my head as well is like, you know, it's lonely at the top. It's not lonely at the top if you bring those around you with you. It doesn't have to be lonely at the top. It really doesn't. Keep that in mind, gentlemen. If anybody tells you that comparison is the thief of joy and that you should stop being competitive, either walk away and just completely ignore what they just said, or if you're wired like me, tell them to shove it and go out there and compete. Compete for your spot. Compete for what it is that you deserve, because you will get what you deserve. As long as you're willing to have the discipline to stay motivated, you're in line with your purpose, you will get what you deserve. All right, gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Stay honorable. I will catch you all on the next video.